And we both picked the French. They had a French menu and an American menu, and we both picked the French, even though the waiters did suggest that you try two different ones and try each other's, but the French just sounded so good. So good. Everything there. I was like, yep.
And before we went, I had done a sneak peek at the menu, and I really thought I was going with the American menu. And then when they were describing it, there was the barbecue sauce or something on the scallop.
Some type of barbecued scallop.
That just turned me off. Mm-hmm. And the French menu was really amazing, and everything looked great. So we went with that, and I think we were both very happy that we did.
Yeah, it was.
And then I did the wine pairing, and you did.
I did. I know exactly what you're going to say. I did. Because you said, well, you're doing that, and I'm doing the wine pairing, even though I told you ahead of time to do the wine pairing. But I did the Wagyu, the Japanese grade, what is it? Grade A5. A5 Wagyu. And the server came over and explained it.
Welcome, travelers, to Elevated Escapes, a luxury travel podcast hosted by Mike and Kristen Their, a husband and wife team who approach adventures from different perspectives. Mike is all about world-class golf and the best that Disney has to offer, while Kristen's seeking wellness retreats and rich historical and cultural experiences. Together, they're big on high-end cruises, unforgettable destinations, and discovering incredible culinary moments. Join them as they explore the world, one elevated escape at a time. Now, your hosts.
Welcome to episode number 15 of the Elevated Escapes podcast, being recorded in sunny Sarasota, Florida. I'm your host, Mike, joined by my wife and co-host, Kristen. Good evening, Kristen.
Good evening, Michael.
And how are you this evening?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good, happy to hear it.
So, this is episode 3.
This is episode 15.
This is episode 15. This is episode 3 of the trip review on the Disney Cruise. 1 and 2 are in the archives. We talked about Nassau. Mm-hmm. We talked about Lookout Cay.
Yep.
And
that brings us to our sea day.
So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kristen of Luxury Travel Advisors, a husband and wife team.
Dreaming of your next unforgettable getaway? Let us turn those dreams into reality. From magical Disney vacations and luxury cruises to all-inclusive escapes, world-class golf retreats,
and once-in-a-lifetime adventures, we handle every detail so you can simply enjoy the journey. Personalized service, expert planning, and stress-free travel from start to finish. Your next escape starts here.
Contact us today and let your extraordinary vacations begin. All right, we're back from break. This is our sea day. Did we sleep in a little bit?
We did sleep in a little bit.
This is Wednesday.
Yes, we had coffee on the balcony.
Yes, we did.
Before we went up to breakfast.
Okay. Did we make it in the room?
What?
Coffee?
We don't have a coffee maker in the room.
I didn't think we
We went up and got coffee and brought it back to the room.
Okay.
And then we kind of chilled for a while, and then we made it up to Cabanas before they closed.
And do you remember what I had?
You had steak.
Oh, did I?
You did.
A couple of sirloins?
Yeah.
All right. Steak. That's when I found out I had hit the omelet station. But I am one for egg sunny side, nice and runny, with some white toast and butter. And when I found out that they could do that for me, that was it. I was in heaven. Game changer. So I had the sunny side. I had a couple pieces of steak. I don't know what it is with their hash browns at Cabanas. And I've heard other cruise lines, their hash browns are fantastic.
Other cruise lines are fantastic, or just Disney?
No, other cruise lines like that serve hash browns. Okay. Yes.
So cruise hash browns overall.
From what I understand, that is correct.
So the egg station, they give you a buzzer, right? To let you know when they're ready.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what you had?
No, I'm kind of a grazer. I'll usually try a muffin or some scrambled eggs, bacon, maybe some waffles, depending on what they have.
Okay.
I will say I wasn't that impressed. They had like a bunch of smoothies and stuff, and they weren't very good.
You said the smoothie was bad,
yeah,
right?
I didn't care for it. They had a mango and a strawberry, and I didn't like either of them.
Okay. I think the coffee's fine. I get my OJ every single morning. Disney, if you're listening, and I'm sure you are, one of our 32 listeners, can we get some grapefruit juice? I love orange juice, but grapefruit juice is my go-to. Can we have some grapefruit and orange juice?
Maybe the grapefruit isn't as popular, and it doesn't make sense for them to have it.
I'm sure that there's a reason. I'm pleading my case. I like grapefruit juice.
Okay. Maybe you just need to bring a can of grapefruit juice with you.
Well, I don't think I don't think you can bring cans of grapefruit juice. You just saw that they changed their
That's
alcohol
true.
policy.
Well,
But I'm sure that they'd be happy with the free orange juice if I'm not drinking it. I'm drinking my own grapefruit juice.
true.
Cost-cutting measures. But yes, please, I need grapefruit juice. You know what? Hey, while it's all ears, how about some V8?
No.
Little V8, grapefruit juice, my cup of coffee, 2 sirloins, egg sunny
I mean,
side.
it already takes you 70 minutes to eat breakfast. We're going to be there like
I
forever.
like to relax. We sat out on the deck overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. Yeah. Coffee, Bloody Mary, grapefruit juice,
I'm sure you
steak and
could have
eggs.
gotten a Bloody Mary at the bar.
Yeah, I don't want to.
We never do that.
I'm too cheap. I'm not a day drinker. I only drink when the sun goes down.
Typically, that's true. Yes.
So then what do we do after that?
I don't honestly know. I think we hung out for a little bit. Maybe went back to the room.
I think we farted around in the gift shop. Was that the time when we said, let's go around and price out everything that we wanted?
That might be accurate.
I took some pictures just to get a cost estimate of
Mm-hmm.
what the damage was going to be. Because again, I buy T-shirts that I don't need. They sit in the back of the closet. But Disney Cruise Line, you can only get them when you're on the cruise. So
it's a must buy.
It's as much of a must buy for things that you don't need, if that makes any sense to you.
Okay.
Okay.
So like when we go back to Italy and I get myself a nice Italian leather bag.
No, you get imitation here at the mall for $16. Yes,
Negative.
that answered your
Ghostwriter.
question. What else do we do?
I went up to the spa and did the spa massage sampler. And then they were running a special.
Oh,
So it was 3 services for, I can't remember what the price was.
okay.
$60 maybe, something like that. It was a decent price. So I
mean, they're
booked
probably
that.
running the same special as they are in Italy with the bags, right?
Probably
50% off, 7,000. You
could
can't
get either
pass
3
a deal.
services or you could get 5 services.
Yeah.
And it was like a mini facial and a scalp massage and an eye treatment or something. I don't remember, but it was nice.
Okay.
But I think what I did was I went to the movie and then I went to the spa.
So you went to the movie. What did you go see?
Devil Wears Prada 2.
Never heard of it.
It was in theaters. It was a new release and I get to see it on the ship. So it was good. Not as good as the first one.
What was the crowd like?
It was actually pretty full. There was a good crowd. And it ranged in age. There were some older people in there. There were some young kids. So it was nice. I didn't get any popcorn or anything. I just went in and watched it.
You had to have got you can't. Why did you not get popcorn?
Because I was running a little bit late. And
Oh, there's a shocker. Johnny on the spot.
I saw the previews and everything. So
Oh,
it wasn't
okay.
like super late.
Okay. So you weren't Susie late?
Mm-mm.
No. And I went down again because I love magic. I went down to see Kid Ace. He was doing, it was in one of those nightclubs where it's over 21 at night. He was doing a show basically teaching you how to do some of his magic tricks. So there were young families and kids there, and he showed us a couple of tricks, and I think I recreated them, and I did a better job than he did, if you recall.
I must have been blackout drunk or something.
Yeah, it
'cause
was
I don't
it
recall that at all.
was a ball in the hand, and then he repositioned it, and then remember the straw or the coffee stirrer?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's the one that I recreated was the coffee stirrer.
Mhm.
Remember how good I did that? It disappeared from my
Mhm.
hands?
Yes.
Okay.
Very impressive.
Okay. So we went to go see him, or I did, while Susie was at the movies. And then just hung out in the room getting ready for our...
No, then we went and did Aqueduct.
That's right. We did Aqueduct at sea while we were at sea.
Mm-hmm.
So it was weird because we were first in line. I was relaxing in the room. I was watching... I believe I was watching golf.
Sounds about right.
No, Wednesday at sea, it would have been a practice round. I was watching something, and then you called me from the deck because you were going to go up to check out the line situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you ended up getting soft serve ice cream, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then you called me from the deck and said that there was nobody in line. So I threw the bathing suit on. I ran upstairs, but they had to close it down. It was closed for a little while due to wind, and then they said that they could
were
only
having
do...
an issue with the water.
Yeah, but I think they had wind because they said it was going to be double occupancy due to the wind.
That's right.
So we did that.
Mm-hmm.
The wait was what, 15 minutes or so?
Somewhere around there. Wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was great.
It
was a lot of fun.
It's really cool.
But we're water coaster people anyway.
Yeah. We love Typhoon Lagoon. The water parks over at Walt Disney World, if you're familiar with those. But yeah, it's a water coaster. I mean, that's what it's basically called. But
you get on a tube. It's a 2-person tube. And
yep.
You go on the coaster and it goes out over the side of the ship. It's very cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. So we did that, and then it was time to get ready for dinner.
Yes.
Now, dinner was at REMY, which is one of their upcharge restaurants. It's a French restaurant. And who is it named after?
Remy from Ratatouille.
Okay. And we have a full dining review on our WDW Beyond the Gates podcast that I do with my cousin. So if you want to listen in depth, Kristen joined us for that show. We did an in-depth dining review, but we'll talk briefly on this podcast. They said you had to dress up, which I wasn't thrilled with. So I brought my Sunday outfit. I had a sport jacket, did not wear a tie, open collar, and pair of slacks and shoes. And I was the most overdressed person in the restaurant, which I wasn't too thrilled about.
I think there were a couple of people who were dressed up.
But there were a lot of people who were
very casual.
Who were very casual.
More casual than I expected,
which is
given
fine.
the dress code.
I don't care.
Right.
But when I read like that you had to wear X, Y, and Z, I'm not saying wear a bathing suit or even wear a pair of shorts, but I would have been totally fine with a pair of khakis,
and a golf shirt,
and a golf shirt and a pair of shoes. So just keep that in mind. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was phenomenal. It was what, $135 per person?
Yeah.
So they have 2 executive chefs. One is a Michelin-starred French chef. He's got I think 3 Michelin-star restaurant over in France.
That's what they told us.
And then the other chef is American. He is the executive chef at Victoria and Albert's at the Grand Floridian.
Yep. Scott Hunnell, who recently retired.
Did he?
I found him on LinkedIn because you know how that works.
Yeah.
You talk about Scott Hunnell, and then he comes up as a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent him a message just telling him how much I loved Remy and what you call it?
V&A,
Victoria and Albert's. And he accepted my invite. And 3 days later, I'm reading this long article, and it's it's the time, blah blah blah. So he retired literally a week after we ate at Remy.
I did not know that.
So, Chef, again, if you're listening, which I'm sure you are, to this podcast, congratulations on your retirement.
And thank you for some great meals.
So they come over, and we both picked the French. They had a French menu and an American menu, and we both picked the French, even though the waiters did suggest that you try 2 different ones and try each other's, but the French just sounded so good. So good. Everything there, I was like, yep.
And before we went, I had done a sneak peek at the menu, and I really thought I was going with the American menu. And then when they were describing it, there was barbecue sauce or something on the scallop.
Some type of barbecued scallop.
That just turned me off.
Mm-hmm.
And the French menu was really amazing, and everything looked great. So we went with that, and I think we were both very happy that we did.
Yeah, it was. I
And
was.
then I did the wine pairing,
Mm-hmm.
and you did.
I did. I know exactly what you're going to say. I did. Because you said, well, you're doing that, and I'm doing the wine pairing, even though I told you ahead of time to do the wine
Yes.
pairing. But I did the Wagyu, the Japanese grade, what is it? Grade
A5.
A5 Wagyu. And the server came over and explained it, and it was phenomenal.
And the nice thing is there was Wagyu on the menu already.
And a lot of times they substitute it, but he said that you're going to get you get both. So, it was good.
So it was scallops, fish, the steak. There was an amuse-bouche.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything was fantastic.
They had a cocktail before dinner.
Yep, they have a signature cocktail that they make tableside with champagne and some cassis, I believe. It was very, very good. There was a cheese course.
Mm-hmm.
There were kind of dual dessert courses. I mean, it was amazing.
It was really good. Service was amazing. And he even told us.
Phenomenal.
He said, are you in a hurry? And we're like, not at all. He said, because some people, they want to see a show and they would like to get, because this is going to be 2.5 hours. But if you want, we can get you out of here quicker. And I said, no, I want to experience the entire show. So, and that's what it is. It's a show. I mean, we had 3 different servers all at once. One, bring over the steak. We had the sommelier. It was fantastic.
But the bread, what did they say about the bread? The bread is made in France by a very famous boulangerie, and then they ship it over to Florida, and then they just bake it on the ship or something like that. It was ridiculous.
It was crazy. When he was explaining
3 different kinds of butter,
how they do it. Yeah. It was good.
It's an event.
It's, with my upgrades, with gratuities, it was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
This is certainly not in every cruise that we do. I would say that Palo, I could see doing every time for a $50 uptick.
Mm-hmm.
But Remy's just, it was special.
It was
special. I would definitely go back and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
They told us that they change out the menus every 6 months.
I believe so.
I believe they said that the executive chef comes on every 3 months. So the French chef mixes it up, and then 3 months later, Scott would be on the shift mixing it up. So every 6 months, each menu gets changed.
Something like that, yeah.
Then after that, we were full. We kind of crawled back up to the room and changed because we were going, again, to see magic.
Well, first we went to the 80s.
That's right. We
trivia.
went to the 80s trivia. That's right. It was in the same room where our friend was going to come down. So we did the 80s music trivia. And then Kid Ace did an adults only show. Mm-hmm. It was fantastic.
Yep.
It was very good.
It was very good.
Very small, intimate theater. After that, we were going to have drinks at that bar, which I can never remember the name. It's in the middle of all the bars. Because we came out of the show and we were talking. Kid Ace came out and he was having some chicken wings. He got some food at the late night buffet. We were talking to a couple. Guy's fiance or wife was going to be an optometrist, an eye doctor, and Kid Ace hung out with us for, what would you say, 15, 20 minutes, just shooting the breeze?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And I had a cocktail or two. Susie went to bed. That pretty much wraps up our sea day.
Yeah.
Which was Wednesday.
It was a great day.
It was a very great day. I love sea days. Especially on Disney Cruise Line, because they have so many great shows, so many things to do. So yeah, that wraps up our sea day. Now we're Thursday, and we go to Disney's OG, Disney's Castaway Cay. Unfortunately, we had inclement weather, just off and on showers. It wasn't thunderstorms or anything, but all the third-party vendors canceled
their excursions.
So we were supposed to do, which one were we
Glass
supposed to
bottom
do?
boat.
Glass bottom boat got canceled. So everything, like I said, third party got canceled. So we were going to go kayaking,
Mhm.
and it was relative like 10:30, and the weather was still gray.
great.
So we just asked them if they could move it back to 2:33 so that we could wait for the weather to clear, and they were able to accommodate us.
Mhm.
So what did we do? We've had breakfast again. I had a couple of sirloins, hung out in cabanas for a little while.
Mhm.
Got off the boat, went to, what did we do? We just went over to the adults beach, right?
We did.
Hung out there for a while. And those of you who aren't familiar with Castaway Cay, you could go into the water. I'm not over exaggerating, 30 to 40 miles, and you're still going to be knee deep.
Yeah, it's very, very shallow.
It is so shallow, and I kept going and going and going, and I was getting close to the buoys, and the lifeguard called one woman back because she was next to the buoy, and she was not even close to waist deep. So it is super, 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 super shallow. Water's gorgeous. That
I don't know if it's the same on the family beach side. I would assume.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you would think they would switch it otherwise.
Exactly.
Although they don't, they want the family beach closer to the ship.
Right. So we chilled for a little while there.
But you can tell that it's been around longer. It's a little more, I think, developed than Lookout Cay is. I preferred Lookout personally.
As did I.
But we didn't spend as much time on Castaway. We didn't eat lunch there.
We did not.
So we hung out on the beach for a while. We did our kayaking. Checked out the gift shops. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, what would you say, 4 hours or so?
I don't
From
even
the
know if we
time
were
we
there
left?
that long. Maybe
3-4 hours from the time we walked off the ship until we got back on.
I mean, it looked nice enough. It was fun. I liked the kayaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that all the third party canceled because there are a ton of things to do. They had the balloon, or not the balloon, but the parasailing that we looked into. So there's a million different things. They have snorkeling. They have a 5K that you can run. They have bike rental. So there's a million things that you can do. But like I said, we were planning on doing that glass bottom boat, and it ended up getting canceled. So we got back on the ship, and then
We got some food, didn't we?
we may have.
I think we had some food.
And then we went to go see a show.
We did.
You want to talk about that? Do you remember the name of it?
The show is called Believe.
Believe.
And it is a show that was created for Disney Cruise Line. They only run it on the ships. And it's kind of an amalgamation of a bunch of different Disney characters and songs and whatever, kind of through the ages. So, I don't want to ruin it for people who maybe haven't seen it, but I've heard people say they don't really care for it. I thought it was cute. It was a little different, but I thought it was cute. I thought it was very well performed.
Yes.
The theater that night was not as great. We had a lot of kind of rude people around us, so we actually ended up moving.
We moved 3 or 4 times,
But
if you don't want to see the show, just shut up. Just leave and get out of the theater.
Right.
But the side conversations. So we moved and we were fine.
Yeah.
The third time we moved.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked the show quite a bit. Not as much as Aladdin, but I liked it quite a bit.
Aladdin was phenomenal. That was the best show I've seen on Disney Cruise Line.
And then we went back and got ready and went to dinner. Our final dinner.
Our final dinner.
Back in Royal Court.
Back in Royal Court, where we started things.
And this was a really good dinner, I thought.
It was really good. Was that the French onion soup?
It was.
The French onion soup. It was really good. You got all 7 desserts?
I got 3.
Okay.
I did not get the sundae, even though I was tempted to get the sundae as well.
Yeah. So you got, we did. That was a really good dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 'cause we had escargot too, right?
Yes.
Escargot and French onion soup, and I don't remember what I had for my.
And I think we did again.
Entree.
We got the entree and split an entree.
Maybe.
Yep. And then I'm trying to think, did we do anything that night?
They had a farewell party. We kind of tried to see that.
Yeah, we watched a little bit of the farewell party.
Then we went to the bar.
Then we went to the bar. And then you called it a night.
Mm-hmm.
And I hung out in my other spot. And I was talking to Kid Ace again. He was there with employees. It was him and what was the DVC guide's name? You remembered it a couple of weeks ago.
Didn't know. I don't.
Okay. So I was talking to
but he was a very nice guy.
Yeah, our DVC guide and Kid Ace for quite a while. Then I went back up to the room, went to bed, and now are we on Debarkation Day. So we decided that we were going to have breakfast at a sit down as opposed to.
So that was our only option.
That's right, because they don't do cabanas.
Right.
That's right, because they have to get it ready for everybody coming on. So yes,
you have breakfast in the restaurant that you ate at the night before.
The night before. Yep, that is correct. My bad. I forgot because I'm like, why do we always have breakfast there as opposed to having it at cabanas? But little known fact is that on Disney Cruise Line, they always have a restaurant that's open for breakfast. So if you don't want to do that whole buffet, they do have a sit down where they have a menu that you can order from. And from what I understand, it's a little quieter. You don't have all the
and lunch too
families, and they do lunch. Yep. So you do have options.
But because we were parked at the cruise port, we decided to just carry our luggage off. So
because they give you the luggage tags, and they want it by your door by 10 o'clock at night, and just same like any cruise line, they have different characters, Disney characters, and then that's going to be your boarding group or whatever they call it for the luggage. But we decided that we were just going to carry it off because we don't want to have to fart around. Remember how tough it was in Barcelona?
To find it, yeah.
We could not find our luggage, and we had our Adventures by Disney tags. We had a few distinguishable tags, and we couldn't find our bags for the longest time. So I carried them off.
It was very easy. We brought them to breakfast with us, and then we just walked off the ship. And that was the end.
Unfortunately, and then it just reaffirmed how much I love cruising. I got a text from my pet sitter yesterday. She said, "Hey, I know you guys like to go up to Disney last minute. I got a week cancellation. If you need me, let me know." And immediately, I just started looking at cruises. I just love it.
Which is great because I really didn't think you would.
You didn't think I would, did you?
I mean, I thought you would like it more than you thought you would like it, but I didn't think you would like it as much as you do.
It's like mom knowing that you're going to like a certain dish, and
then
when you try it, you're actually... See what you did for me, Susie?
I'm a giver.
You totally took me out of my comfort zone. You made me fly to Barcelona, Spain, 7 hours, 8 hours, or whatever that flight was. 2 countries where they speak different languages, and you put me on a cruise ship.
You're welcome.
That's right.
Yep. You have 3 countries now that you never would have had if it weren't for me.
That is correct. That is correct. And we're going to have to get those magnets to put on our country board. We don't have a country board yet.
I was going to say, where do we have a country board?
It's in the process.
So obviously, Disney Cruise is not the most budget-friendly option, but we think you get quite a bit for your money.
You get a lot. You don't have as many people on board. The food's better. The shows are better. No casinos. So if casinos are your thing, you're not going to find them on any Disney cruise lines.
No drink packages. Now, the one thing that we didn't mention was the day that we were at Lookout Cay, they were having the Bahamian elections, and the sale of alcohol was prohibited in the Bahamas on that day. So you were not able to buy alcohol on the island.
So you're on it's not everybody says it's a Disney island. It isn't. They just bought part of it, or they're
Developed part of it,
renting part of it. But at their Disney bars, they were not allowed to serve alcohol. So they were selling coolers with, you could buy
a drink
6
package,
packs.
yeah.
And I think it was a buy 5. It was a 6-pack price. It was buy 5, get 1 free. Yeah, so that was interesting. Like I said, I'm not a day drinker, but
well, and they typically don't sell drink packages. So I noticed them doing it on our first day on the ship, and you said they don't sell drink packages. I said, well, they've got a drink package sign up there. So it was just an interesting timing for something that we weren't aware of. It's kind of a cool concept. We don't want the drunk people going to the polls,
I guess. Well, I don't have anything else to say to you.
I don't, but if you're curious about Disney cruises, or you have questions for us, or feedback from any cruises that you might have done, we'd love to hear it.
Would you like me to wrap us up?
Sure.
Okay, I'll wrap us up, Susie. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Travel M and K. YouTube channel is Travel with Mike and Kristen. All of our social media links will be in the show notes. And join our Facebook group, Travel with Mike and Kristen. For my co-host, Kristen, I'm Mike. Thanks for listening. We'll talk again next week.
Safe travels.